On tonight's podcast, we have...
You know StarCraft things are going
I want to know if
crazy in
Dave's
the
cat
world.
is wet or not.
No, the problem with
toy
toy soldiers,
the
thing is that we're talking about the pod because
It's
every
crazy,
time
and nobody likes to
the toy
listen to
soldiers
me.
and the
Because
Bell
if the
or
cat isn't
anything.
wet, then what's the point?
I don't know.
What is the point? How does the cat even get
all
wet?
be friends.
All this and more on tonight's official Team DBAH Podcast number 50. Come join us, why don't you? Hello and welcome to the official Team DBAH Podcast number 50. Didn't think we'd ever get this far, but here we are. I am your host, Charlie Danger 82, and with us tonight, it's a very special night. The four have ridden from Mordor. We have Craig.
Hello.
We have Trevor.
Hello.
That's right. And we have Luke.
Hi.
And of course, the man with the plan, the person who brings music into my life after Adam brought music into my life, our dear friend and interviewer, Randall.
Yo.
Yes. Randall's taken the liberty of preparing over 200 questions he's going to ask the four of us about the formation of Team DBAH. It's
Good
amazing.
Lord.
This is going to be a long one, kids. You guys gotta take a knee, guys. Just take a knee.
It's a good thing I got this pop ready then.
He may have 200 questions prepared for us. Are we prepared to answer 200 questions?
No, not at all.
See, I have a question for you though.
Oh, sure.
Is it 200 questions each?
Oh.
Yes.
We said 50 was going to be special. Prepare for the 2-day podcast.
Stranger things have happened.
With special appearances by...
Let's get the rest of them in.
Yeah, exactly. Wouldn't that be awesome? Just like, it would be like a holiday special that they aired in like the mid to late 80s, where it would be like Rich Little's Christmas special, where like Tom Jones would swing by and say, oh, I was just in the neighborhood. It's not unusual to be in your neighborhood. I mean, it's Christmas time, right? Because he was coming over.
They don't know. He doesn't know who Tom
He
Jones
does.
is.
Oh, you
Did that
don't
just happen?
know? Yes,
I think it just happened.
No, you see, okay, when we were your age,
No, I know. But the fact that you half-heartedly also started to sing, it's not unusual.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Not usual to be loved by anyone.
It's not unusual to be crying all the time.
See, I can't think of this song the same anymore, though.
Why?
Because now you're thinking of Tom Jones coming over at Christmas time, right?
I just think about
No.
Carlton whenever I hear that song.
That might be it.
Oh,
That might be
shit!
Do the Carlton.
So, like, so we have the original four of Team DBAH here.
We do.
We're a lot like Manowar without the furry underpants.
Right?
Speak for yourself.
We are,
God. That laugh was just horrid.
because we are four kings of metal, four metal kings. We've seen some shit. We've seen some shit over the past few years.
Yeah.
We have, man. It's been crazy. How have you been, Randall?
You know, good. Just playing games. Doing the daddy thing.
Doing the daddy thing?
Yeah.
I gotcha. You're a dad? Did not know that.
Only after 5.
That's good, man. What you been playing?
Well, after that horrible run with Thief, I got...
You did not like Thief.
No.
Randall did not like Thief.
I got Forza 5, which is pretty good. It's very technical, so I haven't been playing a whole lot of it. But I have been playing Guacamelee, the free game on Xbox One.
Oh.
Yes, as have I.
It is fun as dicks.
Yes.
Yeah, it was confusing at first, but I've just got the 125 combo achievement today.
Oh, nice.
Wow. That's actually fair. That's nice. It's got like a Castle Crashers sort of feel to it, cause it's like really, it's, cause it's like a side-scrolling kind of combat game where basically, you just hit X and Y and do different moves, but like, it's also just outrageous. Like the characters that you meet are just so strange. Like the guy who teaches you moves is like Kuzco from The Emperor's New Groove, where he's like this weird goat thing, and then he just turns into a human and gives you your powers, and then turns back into a goat. So it's a very like goofy kind of game, but it's actually very good, and the combat is really cool, and some of the combos you can do.
I saw that on Steam, and I was really tempted to do it, but I hope one day to get an Xbox One, and I've been kind of doing that whole PS4 thing.
Right, we just download it.
Yeah, exactly. Add click confirm. So hopefully, when I do eventually get both systems, I can download all the free games I've been accruing this time. So
my favorite part of it is the combo names, like in generic fighting games, it's like super amazing super combo. It's got like Spanish names to it, like superb, like if I think 50 combo is orderly. It's all sorts of crazy Spanish translations for super combos and stuff like that. And it's hilarious.
Nice.
luchadors.
Is there anything they can't do?
No, there isn't.
So how are the four horsemen doing? What have you guys been playing?
I will not go first.
I'll go first.
You
Right,
can't
you
pick
go.
me.
All right. I've been playing a couple of things lately. I've been playing Guacamelee and Worms Battleground.
Nice.
The Xbox One Worms.
I'm liking that game too. It's pretty good.
Yeah. I'm running through all of the Halos again for like the 130th time, and I'm also playing Game Dev Tycoon on Steam.
You want to talk about that?
And it's fantastic.
Sounds like there's a story there.
Trevor's
no,
mad because I'm so much better than him.
No, we don't talk about
At the
how
game?
addicting it is.
And like literally, we were at Trevor's house last night, and there were 4 of us, and like me and our friend Evan were making one game, and Trevor and Adam were making another game, and mine and Evan's was so much better.
But
just
that's
like
also because
exponentially
Evan played
phenomenal.
the game for 12 hours already.
I mean,
Well,
whatever.
what do you do exactly?
All right. So, well, what it is, it's a simulation game where you're a game developer. Like, it starts you out and like you can pick your character and what you want your company name to be and your character name, and then it starts you off in your house. And basically, you pull up the menu and you can be like, develop a new game, and it'll give you a list of topics, and you can be like, it'll give you like fantasy, hospital, prison, and sci-fi. And then you pick one of those, and then you can pick the genre, and it can be action, adventure, RPG, simulation, strategy, casual. I think there are a couple other ones. And then after that, then you pick what system you want it to be on. If you want it to be on PC, they have all these mock systems, like the Nintendo is the Ninvento, and the NES and the NES, the NES is the TES, and PlayStation or Sony is Vony, and the PlayStation is Play System, and so like they basically have just created all of the different game systems that have ever been released and just changed the name a little bit. And like there are certain systems that certain games work better on, and like as you and after you develop a game, you can research the game, or you can like do a game report on it, and it'll tell you like, oh hey, you did fantasy and strategy on the PC. Well, fantasy and strategy is a good combo, but strategy games don't work well on the PC, or it's stuff like that. And it'll kind of tell you what you need to know to get better at making the games and kind of like what you should release and what you should mix together. And once you figure out what it'll do, it'll tell you like, oh, fantasy and adventure is a great combo, and it'll tell you that it's a great combo, and then you can go, all right, well, adventure games, and then like when you're looking at all of them, it'll be like, adventure games work well on the Play system and they work well on the PC, and so you can choose you want to release it on the PC. And then eventually you can create your own game engine, and you can choose if you want to use like 2D or 3D graphics, if you want dialogue, if you want AI, all that kind of stuff. And, you can, when you're creating your game, it'll go through a couple different stages, and it'll be like, all right, what do you want to focus on for this type of game? And you can adjust the levels of like gameplay and world design and the engine and the AI, and world design and all that sort of stuff. And after every game is released, you get 4 reviews on it on a scale of 1 to 10. As far as I know, the lowest you can get is a 4. That's the lowest I've ever gotten. I mean, I'm sure
you can get ones.
I was gonna say, I'm sure you can get ones. I've never gotten a 1 before. Generally speaking, you're God. Okay.
It was one of the games Adams made. Just saying.
Yeah, whatever. Anyway, and so the whole point of the game is basically you start out in your house, and then after you get a certain amount of money, then you can move to an office, and then when you move to the office, you can hire people, and then you have to pay those people, obviously, but then games are made faster, and you can do different researches, and you can train them to be faster or be better at design or be better at making game engines or be better at researching things. And then after that, after a certain amount more money that you get, you can move to a bigger office. You generate fans. It'll tell you what year, month, and week you're in. There's the game convention G3, which is games. and like eventually you'll get invited to go to the game convention, and you can open up a booth, and a certain amount of people will come visit your booth, and then you can get more fans and stuff like that. And the more fans you have, the more hype is built for your games. And the more hype built for your games, if the game that you create is good, building up hype for it will make it sell better. But if the game you made gets bad reviews and you hyped it up a lot, it'll sell worse. So if you don't really know how the game is going to sell, kind of like hype it a little bit, or if you know it's going to sell really well, you can hype it a lot and your sales will double, stuff like that. It's oddly addicting for how fairly simple it is. Like, it can get kind of complex, but I mean, for the most part, it kind of tells you this is what you should follow and put, make your engine and your gameplay really well, but it doesn't, you don't need AI design, stuff like that. And so for how kind of simplistic it is, it's insanely addicting.
Hot damn, man.
I think both of us played it for at least 4 hours. That was just
I'm playing it right now.
That was
do you
just
play
4
against
hours.
do you have like competing companies? You play each other?
Yes.
As far as I know, I don't know if it actually had, I'm sure there's like a leaderboard for it somewhere. I haven't actually checked. But I mean, I don't think it you can pull up where are my friends at, and kind of compare yourselves to them. I mean, I suppose it's possible. I haven't really looked that far into it.
I mean,
where's the multiplayer, bruh?
Not researched. Because it itself is an indie game made by and there's actually an achievement for making your company the company who made it itself. And then,
oh, right. There's the company who made it, Greenheart Games, is, as far as I know, I think it's just 2 people, and they just made it because it'll after playing it for a little, it'll come up. I don't remember their names, but I think it's like a husband and wife that made it, or just 2 friends, or something like that. And when you're creating your company at the very beginning, if you name the company Greenheart Games, you'll get an achievement for it. And then there's actually a when you're picking what kind of topic you want your game to be, like aliens and sci-fi, all that stuff, there's a topic called game dev, and for genre you can pick simulation, and you can name the game Game Dev Tycoon, and not only does it sell really well, it also gets you another achievement called Inception, and it says create the game in the game.
Nice.
Wow. Oh man, that sounds pretty cool. And it's available on Steam?
Yes.
Yeah, it's available on Steam for
$9.99?
$10. Yeah, I think so.
Well, for the amount of playability you guys are getting out of it, I definitely say it's worth that.
How many cards have you
yeah.
gotten? Any?
Well, I got 3 already.
Yeah.
Very
You
nice.
got 3 cards, bro.
Does. I've made almost $6
Oh yeah?
since the summer sale.
Damn.
Shit.
Yeah, I don't know how the whole thing works. I ignore it.
Basically, you play the game, and as you play, you unlock like trading cards
Right.
of the game, and sometimes there's like rare kind of foil kind of ones, and you can sell them on the marketplace because people like actually like to collect them and have like full sets.
Huh.
So you sell them, between probably 5 cents. It's usually like under $1 unless it's something really rare.
Right.
Like I sold a foil one for like $1.10, but the rest are all like 10, 12, 20 cents. It adds up after a while.
Well, that makes sense now.
Hmm.
I hear a film reel.
Oh, don't pay attention to that. Yeah.
Oh, Charlie's pulling up the old films.
The old
Watch-
Victrola.
The old DBA moments.
Oh wait, that's a record player, the Victrola.
So speaking of DBA moments, and we're in the episode 50, well, do we want to finish what everybody's playing first?
Yeah, well, we'll do that, and then we'll jump into the Nostalgia Cast number 50, because we're all, usually it just evolves into talking about, remember that? That was so great. Oh my god, it's so good. Tom Jones, Rich Little, oh my
Oh,
god,
God.
Christmas
Not
special.
again.
It'll never be that good again.
Mm-mm. So Trevor, what you playing, guy?
Let's see. Where to start? Dragon Age, Origins. I picked up the PC and we're playing that again after I finished Dragon Age 2 on the 360. Game Dev Tycoon. By the way, I'm still the only one of the 4 of us who played got perfect 10s. So second Luke.
Oh,
Actually,
Good for you.
I got 2 perfect 10s today. So
Look at this guy.
Damn.
I got
Boom.
it yesterday. I was the first one then.
well, guess what? I don't even have the
That's
game
fair.
yet, and I have 5 perfect 10s, so eat it, y'all.
Charlie, you
Wow.
are a perfect 10.
Oh.
I love you. Who's my favorite
Gay.
co-op partner who just had a birthday?
And apparently just had sex.
Apparently.
Right before this podcast, ladies and gentlemen. In Dragon Age.
Yeah,
Yes.
in Dragon Age.
Yeah. Well, yeah, playing those 3, Planetary Annihilation, gonna play Dino D-Day, eventually at some point.
I
Right.
did
Dude.
download that. I have not played it yet, but I did download it.
Oh, did you?
Hmm.
I think that someday, maybe this week or so,
I don't know.
somebody might be giving that a try. I don't know.
Who knows?
But that is a story for another
Later.
time. Anyway,
And then I'm also, and to top it all off, I'm playing your favorite game, Charlie.
Charlie
what
Burger.
you playing? No, that's my cousin. What are you playing there, Trevor?
Deadpool.
Dear God.
Yep.
For those of you who don't know what I think about Deadpool, go to teamdba.blogspot.com and read the first review that was put up. It's me reviewing Deadpool.
And how terrible it was?
Spoiler alert. I didn't like it much. So wait a second. You mentioned that what is that planetary annihilation thing?
Yes.
Talk to me about that.
Alright, it's a RTS Gamma right now that's out. You can get, I picked up on the summer sale, but you can pick up for the full price of the game. It's a Gamma, so it's still early access.
Mhm.
It's a real-time strategy game. You're a commander, you build a base, build your units, and you're fighting actually on the entire planet against an AI, another player, whatever your enemy is.
Okay.
And after a while, you can, you got, land, air, naval, after doing some tech research and all that awesome jazz of micromanaging, you can get into space.
Oh.
You get your spy satellites, orbital platforms, Hammer of Dawn-esque laser beams to go with it. Then you can fly in your constructing units to like any orbiting moons or other planets floating around and construct these giant jet engines on them.
On moons?
On the moons. On the moons.
That's no moon.
It won't be for much longer. Because after you construct enough engines on the moon, asteroid, other planets, you can hurl it at your enemy's base.
Wow.
Oh.
Asteroid combat!
I mean,
That
it's fun to
shit
say
just got
tag
dark.
or it.
And all the people on the planet are like, whoa, what's with the tsunamis? Whoa, the moon's gone! Oh, he just launched at another guy. Don't
Why
worry
is the
about
rum
that.
gone?
So they take the name quite seriously.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes, indeed. Wow.
As of
It's,
right now, there's multiplayer. And within the Gamma, they released the last update for it was to do a kind of like galactic conquest kind of thing. If you remember from the Star Wars Battlefront games, it's kind of like that how they're doing it.
Oh, yeah.
I think they called it. I think they called it Galactic War actually.
Yeah. I don't think I ever played those, but come on.
You would love them.
I probably would.
Yeah.
Hey, if I could throw a planet at another planet, that's pretty badass right there.
Then why the hell not?
What's to stop me? That's
Animal
cool,
Planet.
though. It sounds like you're enjoying that as well.
Indeed.
Craig.
Yes.
Hey, guy.
How you doing?
Bad. Not bad.
Good.
It's the 50th show.
It is?
Yeah, it is.
No kidding.
That's great. You know, it sounds like this where I think about the first duet we ever did. Remember when we sang "It's Not Unusual" by Tom Jones for Rich Little at his Christmas party? Remember that?
I remember that.
That's a great thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's not unusual. Sorry. So what you playing lately, man?
The Alzheimer's podcast.
Hey, man.
Jax didn't like that one either.
It's all right. Your son has good taste in detecting poor jokes. You are on task, sir. You were saying,
What?
and please do not make any jokes about fatal diseases. Or not fatal, but sad diseases.
Fatally sad diseases?
I mean,
Sure, why not?
technically it is fatal too, but
Yeah, technically. You're right.
24 has it.
Oh,
He
shit,
does.
son.
24, the show. In case you haven't seen it, it's fucking amazing. Go watch it.
I haven't watched 24 since the first season.
I was planning on watching this season, but, Randall strikes again.
Oh, that's not a spoiler.
Yeah, well, I didn't know that going into it, so I guess it is a spoiler. Right now. I'm
You missed
fucking
it.
joking, man. I'm joking with you. I'm joking with you.
Oh, wait,
No,
is
but
it a spoiler?
seriously,
Oh.
that really just spoiled it for me, and I'm not going to watch the show now.
Pretty much.
It's only 12 episodes. It's not 24 this time. But anyways, Craig.
Why don't they just name the damn thing 12?
Damn it!
Damn it, you changed the name of the show to 12, or I swear to God I will end you. All right, well.
I have been playing Sniper 3
Sniper Elite?
on Steam. Yes.
Ooh.
It is very fun if you are into the Sniper series and happen to like World War II.
Wasn't Sniper Elite V2 about World War II?
Yes.
Indeed.
You just keep moving around
No.
different locations. This time you are in Africa,
Oh.
shooting the Italian and German armies.
Oh, so no Hitler on the balls this time. That's all I remember about
No,
the last
actually, if you pre-ordered it, there is a extra mission you get for free where you can try to hunt said Hitler.
Was it Hitler or was it the Desert Fox?
If for Sniper Elite 3,
Yeah.
it's Hitler.
Oh. Kill Hitler again. The first time you killed him in Sniper Elite 2, you killed him. But then he was resurrected.
Oh no.
Yeah, shit, yeah, dude.
Here is your random World War II fact.
Oh?
Rommel, the Desert Fox, as you mentioned, he was so well respected. He's the only German general from World War II that has a museum dedicated to him.
Huh.
Because he was so respected, and he was nice to people he captured. He didn't randomly kill civilians. He didn't do any of that. So
He had a collection of small ceramic cats that he named.
he may have.
This one is called Fluffy. And this one is Powder Paws, because he's got little powder paws. It's so cute.
But that's what I've been playing, and I've been watching, Randall and his trials videos.
Yeah, the end of part 1 ended quite abruptly, didn't it?
Yeah, it did. A little bit.
Want to do some inside baseball? Tell the good folks what happened behind the scenes?
So for those of you who don't know what we're talking about, youtube.com/MasterSergeantBush, DBAH number 4, I think it is, trials. We are all playing because we were all sending big dick contests across Twitter saying, hey, look, my time's better than yours. And,
it progressed. It went from big dick contest to I have more dicks than you do.
pretty much. So
that's how real this shit got.
So we all got together in Trials Evo and played a few rounds together. And first round was over. I think Jamie won or Trogdor won. Somebody won. And then we went to play a second round. Well, during the second round, my frame started to drop, so I was halfway paying attention to the computer, halfway paying attention to the game. And when I went back to paying attention to the game to get over this one part, out of nowhere, in the video, it just stops and there's a little credit scene and it says to be continued and whatnot. Well, what had happened was when I was playing, Jackson, my son, walked up to the Xbox, stared at the little green light in the middle of it, and said, "Ooh, I want to touch this." And for everybody that has the any Xbox 360, you know that when you touch that little green light, anything touches it, it turns off. So, in the middle of jumping over this obstacle and catching up with Jamie and about to take the lead, my Xbox was shut off by my son. So, I tried to stop him, I go, "Deh!" and couldn't say anything fast enough, and threw my controller. So, that's what happened at the end of that video.
Awesome.
And now you know the rest of the story.
And that is why my left bumper does not work very well.
Anymore.
Whenever we're playing Titanfall, I'm like, why can't I go invisible? Oh, my left bumper doesn't work.
Oh, you were so pissed? Oh, boy.
They call me controller rage breaker. I don't know. Some shit like
son.
that. Yeah.
It's like I see my controller and go, bah!
But yeah, there's one more part to that. We did one extreme track for the win to see if anybody could even complete that. And interesting things happened. So I don't know how long that one's going to be. I think the track only lasts like 25 minutes is the max time or something like that. I don't know. But it's going to be interesting.
Outstanding. Can't wait to see it.
If I ever get around to editing it.
See, that's the kind of inside baseball we don't tell them.
Well, the thing about that is my neck's been killing me for the last 2 weeks, so I haven't been doing a whole lot of... I've been wearing this little brace massager thingy.
Oh.
So, whenever I play games, it kind of helps, but it's still bugging me.
That's not fun.
But I've been getting back to editing the last few days, so I should have it out soon.
What you been playing lately?
Besides Guacamelee, just Garry's mod and a little bit of Titanfall.
Gotcha.
Try to get back into Battlefield 4, but I mean, the patches are helping, but it's still just weird.
No, as far as Garry's mod goes, What do you like doing in Gary's mod? Is there a specific game type you like? Do you make anything?
And do you mod Gary, and does he like it?
Gary does like being modded, but only in the dark and in the corner.
All right.
Such a slut.
But the games I usually play is Prop Hunt, or Death Run, or Trouble in Terrorist Town, or TTT.
Excuse me?
Yeah. Trouble in Terrorist Town is the most fun because you actually get to shoot things like people. But the way that game works is you have a group full of people, anywhere from 4 to 20,000.
Are these AI people or
no, real people? Real people.
Okay.
And randomly, or whoever the server admin is, either 1 to 3 terrorists get picked out of the group of the people, but nobody knows who they are except for the traitors or terrorists. Mm-hmm. So the innocents are supposed to go around trying to figure out who's acting suspicious and doing terrorist things, because terrorists can buy stuff in a terrorist menu like C4 or super guns that kill in one shot. And you just go around seeing if people act suspicious, and you're supposed to call people out and say, hey, look, this guy's acting suspicious, and you have a detective come test him out or whatever. But usually what happens is someone goes, oh, this guy's suspicious, bang, and then everybody just starts shooting each other. But it's pretty fun when you play by the rules and actually do detective work to try to figure out who's doing weird stuff. You'll go around the corner and see someone just sitting still, and usually that means that they're in the trader menu trying to buy something sneaky.
Oh.
So if you see someone standing still for more than a few seconds, you're like, this guy's in the trader menu, and he turns around, looks at you, and either starts shooting or runs away. And then, and you shoot him in the face.
Okay, then.
I just wanted to point out, you said detective come.
What?
No, you said like you wait for the detective or something, and then the detective comes, and I'm like, detective comes.
I was like, am I missing an inside joke? But yeah, for those who don't know and maybe want to play Gary's mod and have seen like, I don't know, maybe the Rooster Teeth building cars and whatnot, that's the one side of it. That's the single player. You can build worlds and whatnot. There's a multiplayer side of it where the community builds maps and puts game modes together, such as the Death Run and Prop Hunt and whatnot.
If you want to see some really good videos of Prop Hunt and Trouble in Terrorist Town, Markiplier, he has a channel on YouTube. Markiplier has tons of those videos, and it really never fails to entertain.
Yeah. And you don't have to know coding. You don't have to do anything special. You just load up the map, and usually whoever's running the server will send a patch to Gary's mod for you, and it'll update what you need as far as maps and stuff go. And I just found out that there is somebody created a CSGO type packet that loads some of the textures from CSGO, so you don't have to buy all of the CS stuff. I don't know. I haven't checked it out because I bought it, but apparently there's Counter-Strike source stuff that you don't have to buy that you can download from the workshop.
Yeah, I like all that community stuff that happens on Steam. There's a lot of cool things that come out of it. I like checking out the Steam workshops, and people just, I hate to sound like, I hate to sound overly dumb, but people are so smart.
Yeah.
They're just so creative and so just like, I wish that I had taken more time to learn stuff like that when I was younger, so that I could actually produce something like, maps like everybody does with Forge on Halos that don't look like it was done by...
I think a lot of that stuff is tenacity, because I'm an intelligent guy, but I'm not a genius when it comes to building stuff like that. And I've built a couple of Halo Forge maps, like parkour maps that are pretty intricate and interesting.
We'll have to play them at some point during our...
But like I said, the tenacity, I never finished any of them. They're all like halfway done, and I'm just like, okay, I'm done.
I was never a huge Jack Black fan either. And that reminds me of the time that Tom Jones came over, and Rich Little was there, and it was so good. I think it was was it Thanksgiving? No, it was Christmas, and then we sang a song.
No. It was the Christmas in July special, Charlie.
Oh, see, I forgot that. Thanks, man. Thanks. This is like a Christmas in July because it's the 50th episode of the official Team DBAH podcast. Well, that leaves me for what I'm playing So I made a promise a couple podcasts ago to everyone's favorite sister in the group.
You did.
I did, and I told her that I was going to play the campaign of Assassin's Creed 4.
Are we talking about Dave?
No, we're actually talking about Heather. We're not talking about the one. We're not talking about the one-man ride. We are talking about Heather.
Okay.
Or as we call her while we're playing Assassin's Creed. Hey, isn't that? And so yeah, I started playing Assassin's Creed 4. The story. Well, I've played it for about 3 or 4 days, averaging about 2 to 4 hours each night. I'm on the 3rd mission, I believe, because I've just been going into cities and doing all the activities and finding the stuff in the different ports and everything like that. And that's fun. That's fun until, you go to one port and it has 2 assassin contracts, and you do one of them, and then you go back to get the second one, and it's not there anymore.
Huh.
And it's also fun until you climb up to like a viewpoint and you synchronize everything, and you're facing forward, and you go to jump and you jump to the left so the leap of faith doesn't connect and you end up falling to your death. That's not fun.
I didn't have that problem.
Yeah. See, I did.
Yeah.
And I like the story so far. I do like the story so far. I think it is the prettiest Assassin's Creed game ever. It's beautiful to look at. I can only imagine what this looks like on the PS4 or the One.
It was fantastic on the One, I can tell you that.
You're preaching to the choir here, guy. And I had a problem where I'm not good at video games, and I would go to try to fish, or spear something aquatic, and I would run into this problem where I would always just go, I want to just hunt this whale, and 70 fucking ships would come and say, "Nah, bruh, you ain't gonna fish." And I'm like, "But I have my permit," and then they blow my ass out of the water while I'm clutching my burning fishing permit. So I broke the cardinal sin of gaming just so I could enjoy the game. And I actually wanted to ask you guys about this. Alright. So, there's this little thing called a resource pack that you can buy that gives you resources to build up your ship.
Yep.
I might have bought that about 7 times, and I might have upgraded my ship to the level below the elite level because I haven't unlocked any of the elite stuff yet. So basically I did do the sort of pay to win model, but here's the thing. It was either spend $12 on top of that $60 I had just spent for the game, or trade it in because I was so frustrated and get $5 or $10 at GameStop for it. So I did pay the $12, and now I can actually hold my own in the water, and this makes me a little less aggravated when I'm going from port to port and I get attacked in every single port because, well, I'm a pirate. And that happens when you're on the water. And I can actually go toe-to-toe with these ships, and it makes me want to keep on playing. So even though I did quote-unquote cheat, it's so I could actually enjoy the game. Because I was seriously getting so frustrated by constantly getting killed out in the water. I just needed something to make, it's training wheels, essentially. Because I'm not the elite guy that plays all the games and is so fucking good at it. I'm not. I've played a lot of games. I'm good at very few of them. And it was sort of like a crutch. What do you guys think?
Meh, I do that. Clash of Clans.
How much money did you
That's
spend
true.
on that one?
I haven't spent any money in a while, but I've probably spent $30-$40 on that thing. Yeah.
Ouch.
Yeah.
I mean, I can remember when Trevor and I were playing Dead Space 3.
You were thinking about that long and hard.
There was an upgrade you could get to speed up the resource bot. And I got that. And it really didn't do much, but, you know, it helped a little bit. It's just because I was impatient. Like, I didn't want to, like, keep on going up, okay, the robot hasn't gone back yet, the robot hasn't gone back yet, fuck. So.
And then and then we ended up picking up the robot half the time anyways.
Yeah. And hitting people with it.
Yeah. Rover was a good friend.
Yeah. It was my only friend sometimes playing co-op with you when you were playing with your little fucking toy soldiers, and I was getting my ass torn apart.
I'm sorry. I've seen
It was
shit.
that fun, huh?
Here's the
Like
thing
you
with
said
Dead
at the
Space
beginning
3.
of the show, we've seen some shit.
We've seen giant eagles, man.
God.
I've seen toy soldiers and presents and dead people all in the same room.
We have. And
And that was just Monday.
and we've seen, yeah, no, right? We've seen all that. Actually, you've seen all that. Meanwhile, I'm shooting everything that's trying to kill you, getting my ass kicked because you're hallucinating. That was fun. That was fun. And then of course, you know, the Guardians Guardians, War to the North. Surprisingly, with our Eagle friends, and even though there were only two of us, and even though the game could have been about, I don't know, 3 or 4 hours shorter, that was still a good time.
It was.
That was still a good time. It was a surprise of a game. I wasn't expecting it to be that great, but it was good. It was good.
And it was actually a fairly decent story too.
Yeah. And then of course with the four of us running around and having an awesome time in Gears of War 3.
Yes. Where this all started.
Mm-hmm.
Good times.
And just where the words were uttered.
They were.
Yes. Craig, don't be a hero. While you were crying and saying, "Why is everyone shooting at me?"
You left me all alone.
It wasn't my choice, man.
That chainsaw had
Actually, I'm pretty sure it was your choice.
Yeah.
Was it?
Well, you know, was it really?
Well,
Was it?
I think we were trying to save you, Luke.
Well, the
think
thing
it
of it
was.
is, the thing of it was, I mean,
You know,
and
knowing me, I wouldn't be surprised because, like, out of the four of us,
You died
I
the
was-
most.
I was probably the best player, but that also means that I got
Wow.
really cocky.
Wow.
But that also means that I would get really cocky, and I'd just be like, "Oh, there are only 5 guys here, and I have a shotgun. I can do this." And I'd kill 3 of them, and then I'd die. And then you guys would have to save me.
Is that why Craig was usually the last person standing? Because you were such a good player?
Yeah, because like I said, I usually just got cocky and just kind of ran in, and then I died, and then Craig-
I was watching your character. Most of the time, you would trip and stub your toe and you'd just die.
oh yeah.
I mean, there was
Is
that
that
one
what it
time you
was?
fell into a chainsaw, though. But
No,
No,
I
well,
would fall on my
I do
face.
remember when we got to one of the very last maps or one of the very last levels, and we got glitched through the floor.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
that's right.
We had to restart the entire level.
I
It was
think I was
just like
the one
right
that-
at the end.
I think I was like the only one not there.
Dude.
So where'd you guys go?
We
Yeah.
didn't have to restart the level. I had to go out and get a brand new fucking Xbox.
Huh.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right.
That's right. It
Oh,
kept
the-
stopping.
And then,
Yeah.
and then we finally started playing again, and I can't remember if it was Craig or Charlie, but one of you grabbed the mortar and just killed everyone else.
I can't. Oh
like,
god.
oh well, thanks.
That sounds like something I would do. And then that one level, the garden level, man, where the
Oh,
words
God.
were first uttered. When Craig yet again was the last man standing, and Luke Luke, for the sake of time, had to shorten it, and it became Legends, where it's like, Craig, don't be a hero, DBAH.
And
the
here
rest,
we
as
are.
say, is history.
And
now,
us.
50 podcasts later, here we are.
And there goes 100 of my questions.
God damn it.
Well, that means that we only have to answer 100 now. So.
And then Gears of War Judgment happened.
Don't talk about that.
Go into that. God, that game was terrible.
Holy shit.
You're saying you didn't enjoy that game?
No, I did not.
Is that what you're saying?
But Baird,
You
man.
think you did?
But Baird.
Like
Coltrane.
God. Like,
yeah. Voice trails off. You know, I actually read something that somebody was saying how well done that game was, and how the memories were added so much to the game, and you unlocked amazing things with it.
I think that person should be tried at The Hague.
I want to know how we played two different games.
That was my question. That's what was my question. Because I don't remember it being like that.
You know what? If it goes down to like 5 o'clock, if it goes down to like $5, I mean, shit, the ultimate game sale's happening on Xbox right now. If it goes down to like $5, we should all pick it up again and just soldier on through and do it on Insane or Nightmare, the highest difficulty, as it was meant to be played by DBAH.
Oh my god. We had a hard time getting through that on normal.
Well, that's the thing too. Like
Do you the level
we spent about
where
2 weeks on it, getting through a normal.
yeah, but
do
there
we go
was
through on normal or do we go through on hard? Because the hardest difficulty wasn't unlocked.
I think it was
Yeah,
hard.
yeah. I was gonna say I think we went what is it? It goes casual, normal, hardcore, and then insane.
Something
I
like
think we did it on
Yeah.
But I just remember there was the level where it's like waves of enemies coming at you, and you've got the little arcing area and then it's got like the 2 side entrances, and we were stuck on that part for like 3 solid hours because it would always come down to, it was like Trevor and I were on one side, Charlie and Craig were on the other, and then that didn't work out, and then so like Charlie and I switched, and then Craig and I switched, and then Craig and Trevor switched, and like we tried every which way combination we could, and it always come down to one person on one side would die, so one person from the other side would go over to revive them while that person stays attacking, and it got ruined. And finally we beat it, and literally we're like, alright, we're done for the night. We beat it,
Yeah.
that's it.
If I remember, I think the winning combo was Craig and I, and then you and Charlie.
Probably.
Yeah.
More likely, yeah.
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
We beat it on hardcore.
Yeah.
I'm checking our achievements list in that. I believe the achievement was called Iron Fist. Because that's what it was, right up our friggin' butts.
You realize, though, Charlie,
Mhm.
if it goes down to about $5 and we do the insanity run, we gotta do all the memories again for another
I wouldn't
achievement.
have it any other way.
Because you get 2 birds with 1 giant stone going in your ass.
Well, that's the thing. That was the whole reason why Craig and I thought we'd create this group anyway, because we liked large stones in our ass. No, because we had just
Well.
played through. We had played through like the hardest level difficulty we could on Gears of War 3, and I was like, hey, there's another achievement if we beat it on Insane with 4 people. And I just met Luke, and Luke brought this skinny ass kid in here, and we all got rocks up our asses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's about covers it.
Thanks, Luke.
Thanks,
Did
Luke
you guys
Bama.
actually beat the insane run?
Oh,
Yeah.
hell
Yes, we did.
Yes, you did.
It took us.
Well, not on Judgment.
Not on Judgment.
Yeah, no,
Not on
not on
Judgment.
Judgment.
No,
Gears
no,
of War
no,
3. It took us probably like 2 months, but I mean, like we were only playing Monday nights from like 8
Yeah.
to 10.
There's some
Yeah.
timing
So I
there.
mean, when you think about it, 2
Yeah.
hours a week for 8 weeks. I mean, it took us like 15, 20 hours or so.
And there were some weeks where we didn't play because I think it fell over like a holiday or something, or a vacation.
Yeah, and then
And-
like Trevor and I were both in school, so there were nights
School.
like, oh yeah, we have to.
And then I was working.
And let's see here. So, and this is how it would go. So it would be, we'd try and start at like between 7 and 8 o'clock. So
Yep.
this is how it would go. At 7:30, we all get online. Trevor would join the party and say he has to go eat dinner. So then we'd wait for him to get back from dinner, and then he would get back, and Charlie would need to eventually take a break around 9 o'clock and go call TK.
Mm-hmm.
Then the entire time, they're like, Luke, what are you doing? Oh yeah, I'm texting. Luke, we're dying. Yeah, no, you're fine. You're fine. It's cool. It's great.
It's your
Yeah,
fault.
Fantastic.
I'm the best player here, bro.
Okay.
I'm the only important
Luke, you're the last one alive. All right, give me a second. Luke, you're dead. Okay. Great. All right. I finished my text. What are we doing?
What are we playing?
We're all dead. Oh, okay. Sorry. And then Craig didn't really have any distractions. Craig just mostly stayed quiet. And then like
I was scared.
randomly
Hid behind
he would
rocks.
just like throw in like a couple of jokes. We're like, was that
Who was it?
No. After the 5th time we would die, he would throw in the obligatory, God damn it.
like God damn it. and then it was pretty much Trevor and I making fun of Charlie and Craig for being like 80, and the
Yeah.
two of them making fun of us for being fetuses. And
Right.
so a majority of our jokes revolved around age.
Yeah.
But,
It was basically Pippin and
Right.
and Mary. Pippin and Mary fighting alongside Saruman and Gandalf. And it was
Yeah,
so
basically.
It's pretty much what it was like.
Yeah. That was
Okay, so if we were Frodo, Sam, Mary, and Pippin, who would be who?
Oh god. Oh god.
Well,
Craig would
who-
definitely be Samwise.
okay. Well, if Craig would be Sam, then you would have to be Frodo.
You're goddamn right I would. No, Sam.
So which one was his name? Which one was?
So which? Let's see here. Who's the more charming, handsome, fantastic one? Mary and Pippin? that would be me.
Oh, really?
And then the
Really now?
the gumpy looking Scotsman that likes to jerk off in the corner would be Trevor.
This
Wait a
is
So-
second,
real.
though.
Wait, the
second.
Scotsman?
Wait
So
a second,
I-
though. Luke, if you remember, while they were in the forest, who took the water and grew taller?
Right? Which one? Mary, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mary was the one who decided to drink the water, be taller. So that would ultimately default Trevor to be Mary, which would make me Pippin.
Right, but Mary got to ride on the horse with Eowyn, while you rode on the horse with an old man. So
True.
I think Trevor's big pimping here.
Is that?
I don't think
is
there's
that
nothing
one?
gumpy about what's happening, son.
You just mad, boy.
And then I can think of another great time in the DBAH canon.
Are you talking about in a world?
No. Well, dude, when I bring back the In a World, you all are gonna hate me so much that you'll die laughing. Now,
Well, I mean, we
especially
already
you
hate so
two.
much. Now we just need the die laughing part.
Oh no. Oh no, son, you two are going to hate me the most when I bring back In a World. We'll get
Who's
to
going
that
to hate
soon.
you the most?
Us.
You two.
Oh,
My two young friends from a far off land, and that's all
is it
I'm
because
going
we're
to
not
say
going to
for now.
understand it because it's a reference from the 1910?
No, it's actually a reference from two. It's actually-
All right,
1910.
hold on. Hold on.
It's actually a
let's back this
reference.
up.
It's a reference from 2013.
Yeah, no,
I
I
don't,
might
I
know
don't think Luke was around then.
I don't
Probably
know.
not,
I
no.
don't know if they knew how to read yet.
I think
Oh.
that was like right after I cut off my own umbilical cord. So,
Yeah, I think so.
whenever that was.
You bit it off. You didn't. You did. Give credit where credit's due, son. You were hardcore.
How do you know what I did to my umbilical cord?
He was
Because I
there.
was there.
He was the doctor, actually.
I was.
He was the doctor.
Oh yeah.
Well then.
Yeah.
And that's
Yeah.
why he's not allowed to practice medical science in Michigan anymore.
No.
And that's how I lost my medical license. Archimedes, get it out of there. It's filthy in there.
You're the worst.
But thank you.
No.
I remember there was a community night that we were doing. It was our team. It was our first versus night.
Oh.
It was the Friday Night Debauchery, so it was Team DBAH versus a group that was on Rooster Teeth called Friendly Casual Gamers.
Ah, yes.
And after everything was all said and done, and after the whole, fun game night was said and done, one dude from that group stuck around.
Yeah.
And we played till, well, our time, we played until about, I'd say, 3 in the morning or so. And, the dude actually had a pretty good time and decided to come back. And that was a damn good thing because that dude's doing the recording right now and doing the editing, and he's a hell of a guy. Because that's when we first met Randall.
And choking on beer.
He's really crying. He's really crying. He's just covering
Such
it up.
feels much well.
I know. See? That's what I do. I bring feels to people.
It was a good time. What I remember most about that is we were playing, I think, Duck Hunt or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Heather was sniping. And either she was facing the wrong way half the time, or she was just missing horribly. And then at the very end, shot me right in the face. And she was like, "Oh, I was just kidding." I was like, "What the hell?"
See, what
She
I
does
remember,
that. She does
what I
She
remember
does.
most about that night is the round wouldn't end because there was one zombie still alive.
Oh yeah.
And we were like, who's still alive? And no one was answering. It was because poor Jamie had stayed up, and it was probably about 7 in the morning
Yeah.
over where he was because he had stayed up all night. He had actually fallen asleep. And he fell asleep on his controller, so his zombie was pushed up against the corner somewhere, and it couldn't be shot.
Yep.
Where we were. And we had to keep on yelling until Jamie finally woke up. Poor guy. But
All right.
that's another thing, he's
He's a trooper.
He is a trooper.
You
man.
know, it doesn't matter. You know why? It doesn't matter Jamie doesn't sleep. You know why? Because he knows how to time travel.
Mhm.
Yes.
Because he's
And,
British, and British people know how to time travel.
Yes.
But he also knows how
By
to get
default.
the rest of his British time-traveling friends to, get God Save the Queen going.
Yes, that was phenomenal. When the British contingency started singing God Save the Queen after they broke into their own little group and schooled both groups. They killed off everyone on Friendly Casual Gamers, they killed off everyone on Team DBAH, and they stayed true to themselves and started singing God Save the Queen. It was Bumflaps, Madman Dan, and fucking Jamie all together singing at the end. That was a night.
That was good.
Little known fact, I might have said it on the podcast, but I just joined Friendly Casual Gamers that day, that Friday that we played. I didn't really join, I just sent a message to the dude because I was searching through the forums, and he's like, "Oh, we're playing tonight, we're playing Halo." I was like, "Hey, can I join?" He's like, "Sure, why not?" I was like, "Cool."
Hey, Melander, thank you for giving us our new audio engineer. We appreciate it. Speaking of audio engineers, that's how we got Adam into the group. Adam was recording before Randall did. He stepped up, he got us recording, and when he gets back, when he gets all settled, hopefully he'll be on the podcast again because we definitely miss him. He gave us the awesome "There's a dog in my helicopter."
That's
And
true.
who truly can forget that? Because I still
That
think
was a
about
good
that
one.
and I chuckle.
That was a good one.
Oh man, such good times. And then of course we had these two knuckleheads who are awesome knuckleheads, I might add. I don't give you guys, I don't I don't verbally give you guys enough credit. I bust your balls all the time, but You guys have reached, what, are you guys 19 now or 20?
19.
19.
You guys have reached 19 and haven't spontaneously combusted yet, and I am very proud of you both for that.
I mean, there might have been some combustion.
Minor combustion, but not complete self-immolation, which is a good thing.
Usually.
No, I mean, you know, it's so weird, you know, saying like, you know, hearing when you guys graduated from high school and everything like that. I was actually proud of you guys, and I still am proud of you guys.
Wait a minute. Wait.
Yes.
Wait.
Yes.
Wait a minute.
Yes.
How old are they?
19.
They're 19.
They're 19?
Yeah.
And what event did we just have that we didn't go to? You and I?
Our 20th high school reunion.
You missed it?
Yeah.
So wait, so they
missed
weren't even
would
born
imply
yet
that we
when we
forgot about
graduated high school? God damn it.
I thought we were talking on the
covered
podcast
this.
about you guys going or something to that. Or you just mentioned it. I don't know.
I think we mentioned it.
I mean, I thought we covered that you guys were like twice our age all the time.
Yeah, but
We
see,
were
I
doing-
forget that. See?
Well-
You forget that stuff, and then when you realize it again, it's like it's new.
But Craig, that's
Yeah.
that's the magic of video games. It brings together people of all ages, and it gives us all something to do. So one could say that it's not unusual to have a group of gamers that are of various ages. Not unusual to go through Gears of War.
You want to
Just
talk
like
about
that
it?
song that Tom Jones sang on that Rich Little Christmas special when he was a special guest. Anyway. So yeah, and then the same thing, well, as I was saying, before Craig got real on me, when Heather graduated from college, I was just like, fucking, I saw the picture of the cap and gown thing, and I got a little misty. I'm gonna admit it. And, well, George busting his ass every week, trying to get the word out. Trying to, like, get it out on Twitter, trying to get it out on Rooster Teeth and everything. You know, George coming into the group was just, he's just genuinely nice.
Yeah.
You know, if there was ever a guy who could talk to the community, I mean, I know my fuse can get pretty short sometimes, especially, like, with people I don't know. George is kind of the buffer for that. George addresses all of the stuff that I don't address, and I'm very thankful to have him around. And Jake, I swear, it's refreshing to some of the shit that he talks to me about with comic books. Like, I only wish that some of those, that he would write a comic, or not a comic, but a column with some of the shit that he has brought up, because he has. I busted his balls because he said he was the guru one time of comics, or the comic guru of Team DBAH, and just because I had more time collecting comics, I had more quantity than quality of his time collecting, because some of the insight he has, I only wish it could actually make it into the column, because that dude, if he wrote for a comics magazine or a comics website, he'd be going places. And of course, speaking of going places, where would we be if we didn't have our precious one-man ride? Mr. Convoy himself.
Wah, wah.
No. Randall, I didn't
Full
say remix.
trucker effect.
I didn't say remix, I said one-man ride. Dave coming in with a Skrillex trick. No,
Emo air horn.
Dave, I know, right? Dave just coming in and being as crazy as he can, but just also being pretty nice about things. Yeah,
And
you
his
put a
cat.
couple months. Yeah, his cat. You know, he gave us one of the biggest tropes that we have. Dave, how is your cat? And, you know, for the longest time, the first time around, he recorded the podcast. And though it might not have come out as great as it could have been, the guy tried his hardest. And I will always appreciate that about Dave. So, I think that's all the I think that's all the admins I've said something nice about. I mean, I could say fucking volumes about Craig because I've known him for 20 years. So, you know, there'll be one, you know, like, praise Craig cast at one point. But,
Okay. All right.
That's another 10 years down the road, though.
Well, no, I mean, people who have made this possible, you know, Craig, if I didn't play Gears of War with Craig, I would not have thought about this idea at all. Because when this started out, I was completely a solitary gamer. Like, I didn't want to be in a party when I was playing a single player game, and to my credit, I still don't.
Yeah, I don't know how you guys do that.
I don't know how either. I like how
do they do that?
Tan thought I had like, I was like, he regarded me as if I were some sort of alien creature. You don't want to be in a party when we're playing? What?
Yeah,
Who does that?
I mean, like, Tan and I can be in two completely different games. They're
Like
both
that
single
one-
player.
That one night I was playing Mass Effect, and this was the first night I met Tan. I was in a party with Trevor, and I was just killing time playing Mass Effect, just trying to clean up some achievements. And Tan came on. And, okay, so it was 3 years ago, so I was 35, and, at the time. And Tan came on, and we were talking, and it came up that I was 35. And Tan says to Trevor, Sparky. Because, that was the first thing. I called Trevor. And it was like I had just called him the worst name possible. What? What did you call him? I said, I called him Trevor. But he's Sparky. Like, well, sorry, man. Okay, Sparky. And I was talking to him like that, and then it came up I was 35, and Tan says to Sparky, what kind of game does a 35-year-old play? I'm like, well, Tan, I'm right here. Excuse me. Sparky, what kind of game does a 35-year-old play? And Trevor said, well, you could ask him, he's right here. Like, alright. Charlie, what kind of game does a 35-year-old play? Tan and I bonded, you know, like, we did not bond quickly. But there were times when Tan and I were rather gruff with each other, and, you know, I'm glad to say that Tan has become a good friend on Xbox, and he's pretty awesome. And it's the one part of a Battlefield play day, or debauchery, I'm sorry, I said the PD word, I'm sorry. One part of a debauchery that I enjoy if we are playing any Battlefield game is I know that Tan will be there.
And something will explode.
Something will explode. Yeah, boy!
It might be a bit late or a bit early, but something will explode.
And just
Sir,
like
sir.
as...
Sir, stop.
Sir,
Sir?
get back here, sir. I just want your...
Excuse me, I was not done talking to you, sir.
Sir, I want your knife used so I can take your tags.
It's just the bleep bloop, the Tan Trooper has joined your party, and the gentleman that happens, that I know it's going to be an interesting debauchery. to say the least. But yeah, I mean, we've had some, you know, I'm glad that people like around Charlie. I'm glad people are that's me.
He's talking himself in the third person.
People that are around Craig and my age have actually joined the group as well, like Tybris and Dame Destruction. Both of them. It's comforting actually to know that there are other people like us, Craig. There are people like us in the world.
That's refreshing.
Older folk who like games. We're not the only ones. And yeah, we've met some great people. You know, Courtney and Doomed and Nightsaw, and of course Meerkat. When his connection works, he's invaluable on the team. Just like when he's our armor guy when we're playing Invasion, and his internet drops. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! But and I just that one debauchery we were playing in Assassin's Creed 3 where he was top. He was beating Heather every game, and just before the round ended, he would lose his internet connection.
That is not cool at all.
It was so heartbreaking. Number one, because I wanted someone to beat Heather. Number two, because he just got it was just, you know. But you know what? Shitty internet connection or not, every single debauchery that he has the game of, he's there. Ever since we've been starting him. So yeah, if we forgot you, we apologize, but I love my entire team. Everybody who comes out and does the Friday night debaucheries, I want to thank all of you. Everybody who, you know, has commented on stuff, be it on RT, be it on the blog spot, you know, it just does my heart good. Everybody who's downloaded stuff. We had over 1,000 downloads last month. That tells me we're doing something right. And that tells me we're not stopping anytime soon. So 50 episodes deep, I'd like to say that thank you for making this, you the listeners, for making this one of the best parts of my week. You guys can thank them too, you know.
Oh.
Oh man.
I think more than just like everyone involved in DBAH, both the listeners of the podcast, the people on the website, people who come to the playdates, us who are actually involved in it.
Debaucheries? They're called?
Yes,
debaucheries.
the debaucheries.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Come to one once in a while, huh?
And,
Oh.
Anyway. And so and then, I mean, of course, us who, given I'm not always there, but, you know, especially Randall and, Adam, who, you know, are here for the podcasts, are here to record it, go through and edit it, post it, and stuff like that, that actually, you know, the website and the debaucheries that we have get people that kind of, get involved with, the community and each other, but I think the podcasts are, it's something simple that, you know, the people can get to know us and kind of what we're doing. We can present whatever news that we have. Then there are the ones like this where, you know, there's not really anything specific we're talking, we're not really general, but we're just talking about, you know, for example, this one where we're talking about the history of kind of how DBAH came into what it is and all of the absolute insanity that we had to endure with each other.
Still do.
And that we still have to endure with each other. And it's just everyone kind of working together unintentionally to just, I'm glad I'm a part of this. Even though because of my work schedule, it's not the easiest for me to usually attend most of the things because I usually work the nights that we have to, you know, record or the debaucheries and stuff like that. I'm still very glad that I'm a part of this, and I'm actually very surprised in retrospect to see that, you know, what originally started out as, you know, the four of us just wanting to play a game together actually became a page on the Rooster Teeth community that has, you know, hundreds of members and, you know, podcasts that we've released, you know, this is our 50th one that we've released of our official ones. And then, you know, we had our, what was it? We got up to 42 before we scrapped all those old ones.
I think we got up to 48.
Yeah,
right. So I mean, we've done almost 100 podcasts.
Jesus.
And don't forget the After Dark ones.
Oh, God.
Right. And,
those were counted.
And the
oh, God, this was over 100th podcast. Oh, my God.
I'm going to say, so if you think about it, we've done, let's see, there were 10 dark casts. So that's over 100 podcasts. That means we've been doing this for over 2 years.
Yes, we have.
And thinking about that, I don't know, it's just kind of, it surprises me because I never even thought this would come to be more than just the four of us playing games, let alone, you know, we got, as you mentioned earlier, we got Dave and Jake and George and Heather, and now Randall and Adam, and of course Jamie, who, despite the fact that he is British and does in fact live in Britain, decides, oh yeah, I'll stay up till 5 a.m. so I can play 3 games of Halo.
Wait. Is that where British people live?
Well, I mean, you can be British and not live in England.
Fair enough.
Maybe he lives in Wales. You don't know that.
I'm bloody Welsh.
Good
Or you
I
could
like
speak
the
like you're.
best.
What's that?
Well, what I like the best about Team DBAH is, as an outside guy coming in, not being there when it all started and stuff, obviously was greeted with kindness. Wasn't made to feel like I was less than everybody else, cause, I went and played with a couple other groups and they're like, oh, I'm the admin, I'm the head general, you know, you have to listen to me, you have to listen to this guy. I'm like, no, I'm not about that. I'm here to play games, dude. So, the fact that everybody wasn't like, yo, I've been here for 12 years, I've been here for 2 years, I've known this guy for 30 years, so you listen to me and only me. That's pretty cool about you guys, you know. And, George really helped out a lot, in the beginning, cause I was like, you know, oh, these guys have a podcast, they're pretty official and whatnot. And, I was just like, you know, I'll jump in whatever game I can. And, you know, every time I posted something about what was going on with my life and whatever, just updating journals and stuff, George was always like, hey, cool, man. Good to see you're doing good. Or, you know, hey, that's cool. Like, let's talk about this later or whatever. And, it made me feel comfy and cozy.
George will do that, man.
He does.
He really has a way with people.
Yeah.
Which is, as you mentioned, Charlie, that's something I couldn't do. Like, I mean, I just like if someone said something to one of us, like I'm too hot-headed. I'd be like, no, shut up, you're wrong, you're stupid. How dare you? Whereas George is like, all right, well, you know, we can think about that. All right, well, you know, I can't really imitate what George would say because George, you never really know what he's gonna say.
Yeah.
Hey, put it this way, Luke. You do that with us sometimes. Like those you actually know.
What do I do?
Yeah,
Say
sure.
shut up, you're wrong.
Oh god, no. Oh god, it's all coming apart. The wheels. Get the tape. Get the duct tape.
That's usually Trevor. In my defense, most of the people we hang out with generally are.
Well said.
Well, the best thing, let's not forget the best thing is, you guys gave me content to put on YouTube. You guys actually, encouraged me to continue doing the videos and crappy things that I did, because a lot of the videos I did in the beginning were pretty shitty. But, you guys said, hey, keep going, you're gonna do great, and they've been getting better, so thanks for that.
Fuck yeah, man. I love seeing your videos. And, you know what? The kind of solidarity that we have as a group, and you were speaking of, like, you know, that we look after our own. You remember one of the first nights we were playing GTA 5 online,
Right.
and somebody was trolling Randall,
Oh, yeah.
and I think there were 5 of us. Nabisco was on with us, and all of a sudden, this one dude gets hit by a car because the fucking Saints have arrived, and we just jumped the fuck out of the car, and all of us, we died a bunch of times, but none of us would give this guy breathing room just because he was picking on Randall. So,
Yeah.
Had to eventually go to passive mode to get away from us.
yeah.
Now to think back, you know, like if we were to ever do that again, like recently, we could be the Minutemen with muskets now.
We could
Just
be.
go out with an SUV, shoot him with a musket, run away.
That is true.
Wait, I just thought of something we could do one day.
Oh?
We could start the
Civil War
revolution.
reenactment? Oh, for real, rough.
Ooh. We're the musket posse, fuckers.
Oh Lord.
Team, we fight with muskets.
Suck it, Blue.
And now being killed for the 4,000th time, Team DBAH. You're welcome, Internet.
Ta-da!
But, I don't know about you guys, but, it's like you guys have said, this has been pretty awesome. Craig, do you have any thoughts on this?
No, I'm actually, I'm pretty happy that it's lasted this long. It's kind of, we started with one of those things where you really never knew, we didn't know what the hell we were doing when we started.
Nope.
So
We sure as hell don't know what we're doing right now.
oh no. At least we're in a direction now. So
Right.
At least that's good.
We're pointed somewhere.
Right.
Hopefully it's upward.
Yes.
Well, you know what? I mean, we've got the Block Spot now. We got the Cafe Press store now. A lot of the ideas for, the different columns and the stuff we do, that comes from Craig. Craig pushed me to say, because I have a bad habit. When something, it's a lot like Griff from Red versus Blue. That sounds an awful lot like work. So, when something like that happens, when it stops being, like, oh, this is just something I'm fucking dicking around with, when it becomes work, sometimes I will lose interest in it.
Right.
And lose enthusiasm for it. And Craig, and I told Craig, I'm like, sometimes this happens, you gotta make sure I don't do that. And Craig kept me on task. And he came up with awesome ideas, and, the reason that y'all have I just wanted a fairy shirt is because Craig said, hey, we need a store. And, it's really, it's great having, one of your, like, best all-time friends for the past 20 years, there for you and, helping you, stay on task. And I appreciate you, man.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
Very
This has
nice.
turned to the Teardrinker
Thanks.
podcast.
It has turned into the Tear Trigger. If you really want to go, like, totally Inception, and this is gonna sound really weird, and it's gonna sound corny, but here's the deal. One year, for Christmas, now, it was like the first or second year we were going out, but TK, knew I was into my video games and loved watching me play video games, and I wouldn't play with anybody. I would just play single player stuff. I'd go online, like, to talk to people, but, I normally would keep to myself. I would, go on, play some Halo and anything. I had, like, maybe a friends list of, like, just people that I knew in real life, relatives and such. My cousin Tony. But one year for Christmas, she got me an Xbox Live Gold membership. And I had had a gold membership because, I liked the discounts and stuff and everything like that. But it was because she spent her money on it. I'm like, oh shit, I should probably make the most of this membership. So, Gears of War 3 came out and I'm like, oh shit, I can play Gears with Craig. I know Craig. Craig won't hurt me. Craig's not scary. I'm comfortable with Craig. So, when TK got that gold membership for me, it really kind of kicked me in the ass. I need to make the most of this. I should start playing online. So, in essence, she's kind of the reason I'm here right now. If she hadn't gotten me the gold membership, I'd still be because I didn't want to waste her money. I don't care about wasting my own. I'd still be just, like, enjoying, like, games with gold and stuff like that, and probably, like, talking to Craig at work. And, that's about it.
Hey, thanks, TK.
So thank you,
Appreciate
TK.
Thank you, TK.
So, she's, she's the future missus. She's gonna be around for a long, long time, and she has a higher Steam score than I do. And, hopefully I'll be
We
able
all
to
start
fix that
somewhere.
soon. Yeah. She's put 555 hours into Plants vs. Zombies.
Wow.
She's got one achievement left on Steam.
The original one?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah. The girl makes the most of a game, I'll tell you that much. But, so I think we've covered a lot today.
Thanks for answering my 200 question, guys.
No
There
problem.
you go.
No
problem.
problem.
And you didn't even have to ask a single one.
I told you it would be easy.
Yeah. Bada bing. If you didn't hear the questions, go back, listen to it again.
There you go.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, I think this is a pretty good place to stop our official Team DBAH Podcast number 50 anniversary retrospect.
Yeah.
Think
What do you
so?
guys think? Well, I'd like to thank you guys for coming on and giving me some really awesome memories, and here's to memories to come.
But, you know, as I say, it's not unusual.
Love
Oh, God.
anyone.
no. It's starting.
Yes.
See,
Oh,
see,
yes, it is.
this is where they should be happy that we're actually on two different computers finally.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh my god. The times when you two would be on the same fucking computer playing a fucking board game, rolling
Yeah.
dice when we were trying to record.
And opening pop bottles or
Yep.
pop cans. Excuse me.
Hence why I had to do it in the beginning of this one. Just had to.
That used to
I mean, you
used to
didn't
drive
have
Dave
to.
crazy.
I had to. Of course I did.
Oh, Dave.
Whenever I would open a can of Monster, I would wait until he did the intro. It's like, welcome to another episode of Team DBAH Podcast. And like, as he was talking, I would open my can of Monster. And it would piss him off so much. Remember the time where Craig accidentally interrupted his intro?
Yes.
Oh, God.
That was the best thing.
I forgot about that.
Oh, he was so upset. Oh, I felt so bad, but at the same time, it was fucking hilarious. Because he
Or
just started going, he had thought of like an awesome joke to begin the podcast with, and he started saying it, and Craig said something, and he was just like, hey!
or the just there were so many different intros that he would just sit there and like, all right, guys, I got an intro for today. Like each podcast was a different like joke at the beginning.
He would come up with it
Yep.
every single time,
He would.
you know? But,
More creativity than I ever had.
yeah, I know, right? And of course, he does the illustrations when he has the time. I mean, he's out on the road now a lot, and he's got his own podcast with Jamie. So he's
That
got a
he
lot
does
to do.
on the road.
That he does on the road. Sometimes he does it
Sometimes.
on the road. Most of the time he's home. But I don't want to think.
Wait,
about
has he picked
Dave.
up Adam yet to go see Jake?
Not yet. Or else, and if he did, then nobody's told us yet. Maybe they're on a adventure of their own.
Maybe.
If they all show
Maybe.
up like holding the idol from Raiders of the Lost Ark, we know that we missed out on something awesome. So, to all the admins, thank you for all of your hard work. Thank you for everything you do. And thank you for being some of the finest people I've ever encountered in my lifetime. I appreciate you guys so much, and just thank you to all of you.
Thank you.
Thank you. And by the way, Charlie, I was holding that can of pop I opened in the very beginning for you.
Oh yeah?
Yes.
I appreciate it. I really do appreciate it. And, I guess we'll see you guys next week. So thank you for all of your time, all of your continued love and downloads. Please swing by teamdbah.blogspot.com. That's where you're going to be able to find this podcast as well as everything else. We have links to Stitcher and iTunes as well. So check out our reviews, our podcast, everything we have to offer over at teamdbah.blogspot.com. And while you're there, click on that link to cafepress.com/teamdbah, because that's how you get to our store. You'll see our 2 new character admin shirts for, I used to be quiet, now I just don't care. Our Heather shirt, and our I Just Want a Fairy Who is our Dave shirt. They're designed by this really awesome designer, that, will remain nameless. He's a genius when it comes to it, really. But yeah, swing by cafepress.com/teamdbah, check out our stuff, and don't forget to swing by teamdbah.blogspot.com. Give us some love. Give us a review on the podcast. You give us a review, we'll probably read it on the air. So, and we'll give you props for it, even if it's a 1-star review. Who knows? But, yeah. So thanks for everything, guys. Gentlemen.
Well, thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank
Being you.
you. Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank
to
you to everyone.
Yes. Thank you to Trevor.
No, thank you, Charlie.
Thank you to Randall.
Well, no problem there, sir.
And thank you to Craig.
And thank you for being you.
Oh, guys, please.
Thank you, Gregory.
It's like I don't even need to try.
I mean, if you want, you can thank yourself too, Charlie. It's all
Nah,
up to you.
I'd just like to thank everyone out there, and please remember, don't be a hero. Good night.